Anyway, Clayton says that he understands where she's coming from, but she's different. So this is the first sign I get. I think Clayton, here's my theory. I think he's a reformed F boy. Okay, because this man, he was an athlete, he's a football player, like, not to pass judgment or stereotype athletes, but we know what usually they're up to. Especially in college sports, I feel like in professional sports. And so he probably had all the girls coming for him at Mizzou in the NFL. I don't know how long he was in the NFL, but he's a good looking dude. He's attractive, he's tall, he's built. I'm sure he's no stranger to the ladies. But now he's got to kind of have a clean cut look. He's got to look like what the producers want him to look like. He's got to fit their mold. Even in going on to The Bachelor, I mean, he doesn't really look any different. He's not a new person or he's not presenting himself in a different way than he did on Michelle's season. But I think he has grown up a little than the Clayton we might have met even 2-3 years ago. But I still think old habits die hard. I still think he has some F-boy tendencies deep down inside of him, because that was a classic line. Oh, you're different. Oh, there's something about you. And this was the first iteration of the night, but it was not the last. So he tells old girl, oh, you know what? Like, I know this is really hard for you. This is literally the day you're supposed to get married, but you're different. You're special. Like, that means nothing. There's no words coming out of your mouth. Like, everyone is unique. Yeah, that's part of DNA. That's part of being a human. Like, I need more than that. I'm aware that I'm different from you. That's why we are different people. So then we're going to rewind a little bit to unpack Miss Teddi. So she gets the first kiss, and she and Clayton, their whole relationship so far just seems to be flirting, based on flirting, which is fine. Like, it's night one. Of course, you're not going to have, like, some super deep, in-depth, heart-to-heart conversation. Keep it a light, upbeat. And again, we have Mr. Clayton's F-boy tendencies showing, because he pulls out his old trusty dusty, there's just something about you. Like, okay, all right. Like, even if you don't know her, I'm the type of person, like, don't just make up compliments to me. Like, I hate when people, like, go too far and they're like, oh, you're so kind, you're so intelligent, like, say stuff to me that, like, I know to be true, but if you're just meeting me for the first time, you don't know that to be true, right? Like, don't assign me compliments that you yourself have not experienced yet. But also provide compliments that, you know, you do have evidence for it. There's something about you that means nothing. That does not mean any. Yes, there is something about me. I am a person. I'm here. I am something. There's something about me. Yes. But it's like you could use, oh, I really like your hair. I really like your dress. I really like your smile. You know, like, there are legitimate compliments that you can provide that are not, like, far-fetched or based off of projections of what you hope the person will be like, but are also, like, not just shallow and not worthless and meaningless. You know, like, I feel like there's a happy medium. But like I said, his F-boy tendencies, he probably did not have to work very hard in the past to get girls. And so he's used to kind of skating by on these, you know, flimsy statements, and girls just being like, oh, there's something about me. And just, you know, the relationship takes off from there. So he's clearly putting these tactics to use, and it's working. You know, Teddi's into him. If you want more where that came from, be sure to check out my full recap, which will pop up on the screen.